Ah, what's up, everybody? Oh my goodness! One more again. One more again for the live, y'all. One more again for the live. We just gonna keep doing what we gotta do. We on a mission. I don't care how many times I gotta go live. My goal is to monetize this channel in this weekend, in this week, on into next week. Say it just like that. Oh man. Whew, there they are. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Coming in. They coming in. They coming in. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I was live earlier too. You can check out that live if you missed it. I was chopping it up a little bit with y'all. Chop, chop, chops. They'll be in here in a minute, as always. 7:09. Cloudy skies. Looking like rain. Looking like some rain for sure. We making moves regardless, y'all. We gotta go. We gotta go. I'm trying to think how this gonna affect my game plan for the weekend because it's looking like rain, rain, and more rain. One in the building. I appreciate you. What's happening? How you doing? If you're part of the Monetization Nation, meaning one of my subscribers, you can hit the chat. 5 coming in the building again. If you want to hit the chat, you gotta be a subscriber. Go ahead and hit that button. You know what I'm saying? Hang around, hang it out, and you can chat. Otherwise, 13 in the building. Where's the first thumbs up? What's really good? What's really good? Let's get that first thumbs up. I am Joseph R. Wheeler, the third, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. First, salute. Thank you. Real ones in the building. Real ones in the building. 18 strong. Let's see if it goes long. It probably won't. It'll be down to 5 in a few seconds. That's how they do. That's how they do. They can't hang. They can't hang. Look at it. They can't hang. That's all right, though. We're going to talk to the one because the one is all we need. Thank you to the one. Appreciate you. So I was talking about this weekend as we are all knowing it is Memorial Day weekend coming up. And in Metro ATL, I was declaring it in my previous live from the day. I said, look, there's 2 weekends in Atlanta to me as far as content goes. As far as content that's been most successful on my channel and most fun for stuff to do and a variety, which is what we all about because we do multi-niche content, you know what I'm saying? Labor Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend. That's your 2 biggest weekends. Yes, Christmas holidays, Thanksgiving, uh, I mean, you can name any of the other known holidays and major times. Yes, there are some good times to be had on those days too. You know what I mean? But there's nothing like Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend. Those are the two that I'm telling you. That's the two. Because we got the big three this weekend. We got MomoCon. We got the Atlanta Jazz Festival, and we have Atlanta Caribbean Festival, or AKA Atlanta Carnival. Okay, and they got the parade, and that's the thing I always like to see is the parade. And then when the parade ends, I can like watch the last procession of people walking through, vibing and dancing, and just a good time. Everybody looking amazing, all those different costumes. Now that's the part that's got me a little bit concerned about the weekend with this rain. I looked at the forecast. It don't look dry at all, y'all. I mean, I can tell right now we're gonna get some rain tonight. Just the way this looking around me right this very minute is great and has that look like, yeah. I even saw some lightning earlier. Now when you start seeing lightning, you know it's guaranteed. That's thunderstorm gonna happen. It may not be right away, but it's coming. It was in the distance. I saw it. Struck across the sky, real pretty. Lightning is beautiful though. It was just it was one of those straight lines, not the branch out. I like when it branches out and be doing the show. Like you get the light show. That's the most beautiful. But and we get that too sometimes. Used to get it more when I was a kid. I know they don't get them like that like we used to. It's weather, man. It's, you know, human activities, and then there's the natural patterns, but it's become unnatural because of global warming and all this stuff. It's serious. It's real. It is what it is. But anyway, they're saying 75% chance. I think it was tomorrow, and then let me see, it's Thursday. Yeah, then it was like 90 and 90. So you're talking about 90% on Friday and on Saturday. That's a lot. That's too high. You hit 90, yeah, it's gonna get wet. It's gonna be raining. It's gonna be what it is. I said, damn. Because the one thing about it, in a way, okay, so the good thing is from what I was talking about previously is, I said I'll be tiptoeing into Piedmont Park because of all the recent drama, very sad situation that happened last time they had a major event. It was, 404 day, it was a shooting and all this craziness. So, and forever, condolences to the families involved, folks who suffer and still. I'm sure that just like that's kind of messed. Just make it where you wouldn't even want to go near the city. You know what I mean? And I would understand because it's just disgusting. But I really think the rain might deter any and all. I mean, in addition to extreme extra law enforcement, which I hope is on the scene to, set an understanding that then we ain't having that never happening again. I'm sure Mayor Dickens is not. He ain't playing. He got too much riding on it. There's everything else riding on it. Just got the governor's race. Congratulations to Bottoms. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about that. Salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? ATL might step up and do it officially on some reflection of my sci-fi fantasy fan fiction piece. If you've never seen Cyberpunk ATL, right here at the ONYXCON Network, go under the playlist, look up what I'm talking about, get affiliated with that, understand what that's all about, and enjoy the story. But there's a character in there that in many ways is based on a lot of real life situations and energy, which cyberpunk, quite frankly, is as a genre, but also as a story through the prolific lens of Mr. Michael Pondsmith. Shout out to Michael Pondsmith, R. Talsorian Games, and of course CD Projekt Red out there in Poland, and now here in America because they have a base here in America too. Yeah, we all looking forward to Cyberpunk 2. If you're a fan like me and you want to can't wait the next. Can we count this year as, I mean, this year is just cruising on by. We count this at the first year and then the 5 year run. So we got 4 more years after this for when that game drops. So woo, yeah. But Cyberpunk ATL is my story about many things, but especially the future in a cyberpunk world in the year 2080 of what Atlanta would be like. Yeah, yeah, man. Based in the world of Michael Pondsmith's vision. Yeah, I use that as the catalyst and the basis for how I started developing a lot of the main characters standpoint, and still based on the history of the NUSA, all those things that get mentioned in the video game and all that. So if you into any of that, everything I'm saying is like music to your ears because you already love the game and you know what I'm talking about. Now, if you don't have no clue what the hell I just said or why I'm talking about the NUSA and Johnny Silverhand and V, and all, if you don't know, if none of that rings a bell to you or Pan Am Palmer, then this part of the conversation just ain't for you, okay? But it's all right. I'm gonna turn it back to something that's kind of true. So, like I say, congratulations to Bottoms. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Can't wait for November. We're gonna hope to try and get this thing back online because it's completely off. I mean, completely. It's time for some butter back in this thing. So that's all I got to say about that. Yo, art life forever. There it is. So yeah, the city gonna be buzzing, but with that rain, like I say, it's too good. It's a good and bad thing. It's good in the sense that it's gonna calm people down. Like only the real diehard people who really just want to get out and have a good time, rain or shine, will be there. Cause foolishness just don't do well in the rain. I don't think I can think of any time in my life that I can remember something really wild, crazy popped off, and it was raining. Not to say it don't happen. Stuff don't happen. Of course it does. But I'm saying, like, you know, goofies that want to cause mess, they like to have light on their nonsense. There's just something about that. They want a real clear scenery. Nighttime, of course, is always one of the worst times for stuff happening. But when you got and there is a night part to this event too. But I'm imagining If it's raining and you got the Roots on stage, I don't think nothing happening. It's just too much. It's just like it's gonna be really who's really a fan. Because if you ain't out there with an umbrella still cheering, this ain't for you. You know what I mean? So it's gonna get down to who's really a fan this weekend of all these things I'm talking about. And now, great thing about MomoCon, most of it takes place indoors anyway, so that's cool. I'm pretty sure if I get what I'm looking forward to from my passes for that, I'll go to that regardless. I'll just got to do it. Let's go. Um, so Momo is a given. I definitely even if I don't go inside, it's a given because folks will be outside. I mean, people ain't gonna be outside in the rain in the costumes, but they'll be buzzing around the outside underneath the awnings and eaves of the buildings where you can still stay dry and take pictures and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's the main place where people do their photo shoots is outside. So hopefully that works out. Hopefully that works out. We'll see. I'm hoping for the best for that part. Um, the carnival even I'm like in the rain. I don't know, man. People from the Caribbean, they're used to rain. That ain't nothing new. I mean, come on, it rains all the time in the tropics, but it's the kind of rain from my experience, it come and go like the same day. You could have the brightest driest sun, it gets so hot it dry it all up like it never happened. But I'm talking about it was pouring an hour ago. I know that from being in Savannah. I know that from being in parts of Florida. I know that from being in Dominican Republic. I mean, every one of these places I'm mentioning, I've been there when like literally it torrential rains, like rain. You are soaked, and it gets so hot and so sunny. Pass by that in an hour or two, you're completely dry, and it looks like 2 different days. Like that just it didn't even happen the same day. Like you'll find a puddle somewhere and be like, "Well, there's proof it did rain today," but that's it. Like for real, it'd be like it's just so hot, it just dries it right up. And like I say, I love that about the tropics that you don't have to feel like, oh yeah, today was just a rainy day. No, man, it's like that was one part of the day. We ain't gonna, it's very symbolic of life. It's like, okay. You cry and then you dry up your tears and you keep on having a good time. It's like it don't have to be the worst. That's what I'm saying. So man, I gotta go way out. Where they taking me this time? They taking me out, y'all, for this one. It's a beautiful field over there. Y'all wanna see? I need another thumbs up. I need to see that 2 turn into a 3. I need that 2 to turn into a 3. I need a thumbs up over there and I'll show y'all the view. Because it's beautiful where I'm at right now, where I'm riding. I guess y'all don't want to see because ain't nobody hit that 3. I gotta see that 3 go up. I'm the third. I need to see a 3. I need to see a 3, damn it. Ain't nobody playing with y'all. Ain't nobody playing with y'all. Ain't got the cows over there. Moo, moo. Y'all want to see the cows, don't you? Let me get that 3. Let's go. Outstanding. Girl, you wind me up. Hey, so exciting. Yeah, yeah. So excited, yeah, yeah, makes me wanna shout, baby. So excited, yeah, yeah. Girl, you knock me out. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time, y'all. It's gonna be a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna be moving and grooving all weekend long. That's the plan. Rain or shine, that's the plan. We need that budget though. We need that support though. Somebody need to send a donation for 25 or more. You know what I'm saying? Some 50s, some hundreds. Get them shout outs. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna give you shout outs in the video. You'll get your logo featured if you got a logo, if you got a business you want to promote. I put up an ad about that. Hope y'all saw it. It was a short. I made it very clear that that's the goal. Excuse me, that's how we rolling with it. So come and get it all weekend long. That's what we doing. It's Memorial Day weekend, y'all. Try to tell you, it's gonna be the one. 10 in the building. Why don't we see 2 digits on the thumbs up? We ought to have 12. We got 10 people looking. We ought to have 12 thumbs up. But part of that y'all don't understand. Oh man. Shout out to Melly Monaco, man. If you know who I'm talking about, beautiful, beautiful lady. Recently married in about 2 years now, something like that. Married this NBA star. But she's a known YouTuber and model, and I think she's done a little bit of acting, music career, did all those different things. Living out there on that west side, on the west coast in LA area, all that, doing the fabulous life, you know. And she went live today from somewhere. She was somewhere overseas. I don't know where, because she kept saying, "What time is it there?" Because she's like French American, so she's got like the French accent. She was like, "What time is it there?" Like, I remember me and some of the other folks putting in, like, "Oh, I gotta take a nap. I gotta go to bed." And so her show for she had this famous series of shows for single life and dating and everything. It was a dating show she called the Pineapple Show. And the simple concept of the show was she would use that for she likes you, she don't pineapple. If she says pineapple, that's it. They go to the next person. Uh, all right, we're back. I was gonna finish my statement. What I was saying earlier was during the live with Melly Monaco earlier today, I brought up her pineapple show in the comments to see if she would say whether or not she might ever bring that back. Because it was a more or less fun show. I mean, it was my guilty pleasure. I'll put it like that. I really like. I can say wholeheartedly, I like the not the original as much as the blind pineapple. She did one that was more edited with chosen guest. It would be like, you know, one 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 lady, multiple guys. Sometimes, I mean, Ellie being, sometimes she would have a couple that was into ladies or something like that. It was spicy, you know what I mean? And they would sit back to back, Melly in the middle, had to try to, you know, they can't look over their shoulder, they can't get they right there near each other, but you feel their energy. They can respond with laughter, all that. You just can't reach back. You can't turn around. Like, no matter what they say, you can't get so excited. You're like, wait a minute, what? You know, and like look over your shoulder. And people would try to do that. And she'd always be like, no, no, you can't look. You can't look, and all that. And I always thought she should have had like a little thin sheet or veil or something between them. That way you ain't got to worry about it. People going to turn around. It's just too much. Some people can't control their instincts when they react to stuff, whether they're happy or mad or what. They just going to turn around. They're going to look, do whatever. So I always thought, that should have been the way that was handled, but it wasn't. But anyway, um, it was a fun show. I like that version. Now, the other version, the original one, which you got to give credit because if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't have been the other one. But the original Pineapple Show, oh, it was raw and crazy. Like I say, people just get pineapple real quick. So, and then if somebody get these little scammer or, think they somebody because they got a little corporate job type dudes that would throw some money up in there, it would get ugly because they would just shoot people down before people could really start talking and like each other. And that was pretty whack. So that happened to me one time when I was on there. I joined on the show because I wanted to holler at one of the ladies that was on there. And they shut a brother down. And I was like, oh, really? That's what we doing? Okay. And there was one time where went on and the lady just wasn't feeling me because she didn't like nobody from Atlanta. So that was some BS. And I really didn't even want to talk to her per se. I wanted to straighten her out about that because she kept dogging, ragging on Atlanta. So I really came on with all of a pleasant intention to just kind of set her straight. Like, look, in a fun way, like, chill out now. Don't be coming for the A-Town like you know everything about my city, trying to make it seem like something that it's not. But before I could even make introductions, I couldn't even get the first few words out before she, caught the attitude or whatever. But it made some real funny content for reaction. So I did a reaction video to that. Like, if you really want to see what I'm talking about, all you gotta do is look up the whole folder in my playlist of relationship goals in the art life, and it's somewhere in there. Every episode that I ever was on there is in there. It was like 3 different times. And there was only one lady that really, really, I wanted her. I was like, oh, you, right? To the point where, to this day, I follow her on Instagram, and every now and then I be in the comments, and she always responds. That's what be cracking me up. I feel like she knows who I am, because I kept saying, I've said it before, hey, I'm that guy who you were feeling, but she only pineappled me because she's on some religion. She is so religious, and I was like, not religious. As soon as I said that, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, you don't have to be sorry. You just need to grow. That's all. Just let life teach you why some people are not, and respect it. There's plenty of people. The one thing about non-religious people, we can deal with somebody who's religious if they're objective. Now, if you just not objective, you don't respect other people's no other religion, it's just everybody ought to be your thing, then nah, we ain't gonna deal with your ass. But if you cool with everybody and you don't mind, like you can be in a room with every other ethnicity, every other orientation, every other religion, none of that shit bothers you because you know who the hell you are. Yeah, we can rock because there's gonna be places where it's gonna be like that. There's gonna be places I want to visit in the world, travel, and I'm not gonna let those things limit me. Because I can always find my tribe within the multi-tribe. Trying to right, y'all. Trying to make it right for the weekend. Yeah, got to make it right. Y'all want to help us make it right? Tell you how you can help me make it right. There's 2 ways. 2 ways, right? You can subscribe. You can like. That's just two in the same. That's two button push. That's 2 fingers. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe and like on that, and like on every video you watch, and watch some content, please. This weekend, set aside some time. Go through the playlist. See what ONYXCON can do for you. I promise you, we got it. If you want to see some interviews, I got it. Go through the ONYXCON exclusives. That's where you're gonna see the interviews and other content too. A lot of things are exclusive. Damn it, everything I do is an exclusive technically, but I'm trying to be more categorical. I mean, it bothers me to even say this something because I don't think like that. I do organize things. I'm a Virgo. That we are all about organization. But I love how things juxtapose and where they connect. And we do multi-niche content. So got a lot going on over here that y'all could really be diving deeper into a lot